George Yiga was born with clear vision, which he suddenly lost when he was 5.
I suffered from measles when I was a child, and it had destroyed my eyes. So I am totally blind.
Despite his visual impairment, Yiga underwent a formal education and is a grade 3 teacher with a diploma in special needs education. He was posted to Mubende District Administration School, where he has taught for 18 years.
And in particular, I was to be in charge of the unit for the blind, where we started handling the blind children in this school.
Yiga lives near the school premises and does not need a guide to find his way to the staff room and to class.
I have also been trained in mobility and orientation, how to get about in the community or in an environment. Now, being that I have been in this environment for some good time, I'm used to most of the places. I can move from class to class.
As a professional teacher, Yiga is tasked with coming up with a lesson plan with the aid of textbooks and a braille machine. He relies on someone reading the text as he types away.
And he said, Patrick and Dennis are from NTV.
We followed Yiga to his class, which also includes visually impaired pupils.
Katom mentioned the answer is here. Route. These shapes are a representation of the population distribution. Do you feel some dots there? Yes. Okay. So, an indication that this area is sparsely populated. So, for those who are blind, I braille for them the text that I want all the children to have. And for those who are sighted, I can give it to them in group work, or I can ask one of the pupils to write on the chalkboard.
Yiga says he is always in control of his class and is able to identify his pupils during classroom interactions.
These are learners that I master their voices. When I teach them, I get to know them one by one when they talk. So being that I organize them in groups, I know that group A, the group leader is so-and-so, group B, the group leader is so-and-so. I try to make my lesson as interesting as possible, such that I really minimize class disturbances.
He sets examinations and tests for his pupils and explains how he does the marking and evaluations.
Evaluation of the lesson may be oral, whereby I may ask some questions as regards to the lesson I've been teaching, or I set a few questions or give an exercise, then later on children can exchange books, or by the help of a sighted person, I get somebody to help me to mark with my guidance.
The school administration speaks glowingly of Yiga, who also does night prep supervision.
He really have his children at heart, because during the night we always meet in the compound when he's coming to check on the children who are in the dormitory and who are visually impaired. And when he comes, because he mastered their voices, it is easy to tell that so-and-so is around or is not.
One of his special needs students is Emmanuel Tusabe, who fetches his own water and washes his clothes without help. Tusabe says that one of his struggles is revision, especially during the examination period, because he relies solely on memory. The pupil says a braille machine or a Victor reader stream for voice recordings would enable him to remember what is taught in class. Despite his commitment to teach both visually impaired and normal pupils, Yiga is incapacitated by the lack of modern equipment, which is expensive. A braille machine costs not less than 2 million shillings, braille paper goes for 100,000 shillings per ream, and a Victor reader stream costs over 1 million shillings. He is also concerned about the public's negative attitude towards visually impaired persons.